I'm Tom Connolly, your local leadership coach. Today I'm going to talk about organizational culture. In fact, over the next several weeks I'm going to talk about organizational culture, vision, values, mission, and performance. And I'm going to do that for this month, and then we're going to move back to some individual topics and then back to organizational topics. And I'm doing that specifically because they interface and intertwine so closely. So today I want to talk to you about culture. Very famous author and manager Peter Drucker said, "Culture eats strategy for breakfast." Now, we could go into a long discussion of what that actually means, but he's right. Organizational culture defines the behavior, the interactions, the beliefs, values, standards, policies, and processes of an organization. And every organization is a living being. So it has its own culture. Leaders establish that culture. Now, I listened to another famous author the other day, and business advisor, and he said that the only way that you can really get the culture that you want in an organization is to hire people that fit that culture. Well, I think I disagree, and I think it's idealistic and even impractical. It is a method, and yes, you want to hire people that fit into your culture, but that's not the only way. Let me give you some context. You know, I was a Marine for 30 years, and Marines come to the Corps from every socioeconomic, family, ethnic background across the country, from across the country. They all have one desire. That desire is to earn the very extraordinary title of Marine. Through 10 weeks, either at Bootcamp or at the Officer Candidate School, we test their will, desire, and ability to be a Marine. And we start the process of teaching them about our core values of honor, courage, commitment, and our warrior ethos. But it's the first unit, the first organization that they report to that really shapes that Marine's spirit by developing their habits of mind and body. More so, I will go even farther and say that's not just true in the Marine Corps. That's true in any organization, especially for young people who are first stepping out into the world. That first leader, that first immediate supervisor they have, significantly shapes their understanding of not just their organization, but how leaders and employees work and how that should work. Leaders and culture then sustain that individual, Marine or otherwise, as the polish off, as the shine wears off of their newly earned title as a Marine, or their excitement for the newly acquired position. That is critical. That culture is what builds and holds people in an organization. Now, I believe in and espouse something I call a culture of performance. A culture of performance produces an environment of harmony where people want to come to work, where they feel valued, where they want to innovate, and they're encouraged to innovate because they understand their role and the organization's mission. Now, culture is the product of the mission, the organizational dynamics, and the leader. It's affected by every aspect of that living organism, business or otherwise. Now, you can't direct a culture. You can't say this is the culture, but you can shape it through various actions, and I'm going to talk some more about them in the weeks ahead. My challenge to you this week is to think about your organization and the various actions. Let's go back. Think about your organization and visualize how you think it would be better. Then consider something you could do this week. You could do to improve that situation within your authority and your responsibility sphere, and then take action. You can do all this because all things are possible with prayer and heavy deadlifts. I'm Tom Conley.